The philanthropy of Carol and Milton Petrie is ubiquitous throughout New York City. Milton Petrie was a self-made American businessman. The foundation he established through his will extended and deepened his acts of discreet generosity.
One amazing example is that he made grants for children's college education of 3 police officers who were killed in New York City. He just wrote the checks. He didn't want any publicity at all. We all think that our emergency student grant funds are grants he would have been so proud of. The last 7 years, we have been focusing on increasing student access, persistence, and success in the colleges of the City University of New York, CUNY. We work in 4 areas of grant making, and one, we are in every one of the senior colleges, including John Jay, and that is our student emergency grant funds.
When I came to John Jay, I had to give up a job that was paying me. It was paying me pretty well, and they just wouldn't accommodate my school.
My second semester in John Jay, I found myself, my mother wasn't able to pay rent, so I confided in a friend, and my friend told me about the emergency loan program, being able to get help.
The journey in college has been a tough one. I used to commute from the Bronx, and then I commute from Jersey now. Taking Jersey Transit and then paying for that and then paying for a monthly in the city, it's expensive.
Commuting to school, sometimes you have to choose whether or not you're gonna pay for a MetroCard or if you're gonna feed yourself.
There are a lot of issues with food insecurity. Single Stop did a study when we first came to John Jay, and we found that something like 62% of our students face some kind of food insecurity, which means they've missed at least one meal, and that's because they couldn't afford it at the time. I've seen students that have had fires in their homes, and they got help from Red Cross and HRA, but again, it was the Petrie Fund that helped them secure a new apartment.
I was placed with a counselor who basically walked me through the whole application, helped me out, told me a little more about the program, and I was able to get the help to pay the rent that semester.
I think it would have been if I did not get that help, I would have been in a very bad circumstance with academic standing and stuff like that.
I'll read their proposal and I'll see the kinds of trouble that they're having. They're homeless, or they are food insecure, or their families are about to be evicted. And then I'll look at the name and I'll see that, oh my goodness, this is a student we just gave an award to for their scholarship or for their leadership or for their community service. And these students are one and the same.
I was finding it really hard because I was taking 6 classes. My mother was really sick. She was in an accident, so I asked if I could get a laptop. And luckily it was granted. Because I got that laptop, I was able to get all A's, and I made Dean's List last semester, so.
We asked John Jay to make this a challenge grant, so they put in $50,000 every time we put in $100,000. And their board and their faculty and their students have given money. One year, 2 students came over and said, "We have very little money, but we got these grants," and each of them gave $1.
The Petrie Foundation's newest major support at John Jay addresses cybersecurity.
In our society, one of the great challenges to the criminal justice system is the reality of cybercrime, the vulnerability of all of our systems, whether personal or institutional.
John Jay has been engaged in a very large-scale cybersecurity initiative here at the college. Cybersecurity is the fastest-growing field there is in the tech industry and provides some of the highest-paying jobs. To spur this on, we went to the Petrie Foundation and asked the Petrie Foundation to fund the advisement that's necessary in the community colleges through our advisors to bring those students here.
John Jay just does things really well. They already made relationships with lots of employers so that they knew that the students got out, they'd be able to get good jobs.
So John Jay, of course, our mission is justice broadly defined, and we are deeply interested and fierce advocates, as we all know, for justice. Petrie, I think, is supporting that at the same time. So their academic success and their economic success.
They make waking up a little bit easier to know that you are secure in a sense where you don't feel alone in it. And it definitely makes an education worth fighting for.